think you all know how much I absolutely adore the newest Edwards X-13 trumpet. And I wanted to talk about this one, which just came to the shop. Stay tuned to this video and hear a little bit more about the X-13. Hey everybody, it's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for your great support, and thanks to the Edwards and Getson corporations to finally open us up as dealers. We're so excited. And speaking of being excited, please stay updated with our channel by subscribing. We're getting close to 10,000 subscribers, and there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that happens when we hit 10,000. So if you haven't subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This horn is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And one of the things that I love about this trumpet, the X-13, is that it's really a fresh take on trumpet design. When you look at this from a distance, you see this horn, and you probably say, well, that's a heavy trumpet, because it has an aesthetic like a lot of the current spec'd heavier trumpets out in the marketplace. It's not. It's a lightweight trumpet, and there's a lot of things that they've done on this horn to reduce the weight, which makes the trumpet extremely responsive. It's one of the most responsive trumpets I've played. I played it yesterday in the shop versus one of my old recordings, versus an old vintage Benj, versus my Besson, versus a couple of the Adams in my own collection, and a Schilke that we have that's fantastic. And it holds its own so well. It's just one of the coolest designs. The first thing you'll notice on this horn is it's a little bit shorter than traditional trumpet design, and that has a little bit to do with the wrap of the horn. It's got a wider wrap, very similar to the old Conn Connstellation trumpets, but that's where the similarities end between this and the Constellation. Check out the bell curves. Just love that curve of that bell, and I'm going to get a little closer so you can see that. I love the buttons and the positioning of the buttons. Now, you might think that's a visual thing. They just did this for visual, but what they did is they actually reduced the weight of the top cap. That's why it does that. And because the cap weight is reduced, the responsiveness is greater. In the late 70s, there was a trend in trumpet design, 60s and 70s especially, that were skeletonizing instruments. If you think about the Bach lightweight trumpets or the Benj trumpets, Colicchio trumpets, we wanted really light horns for quick response, especially when you're on a microphone. Come mid-80s, the trend started moving back to heavier, thicker sounds. I think a lot of that had to do with the popularity of guys like Wynton Marsalis and the gear that he was playing. So we went back to heavier trumpets. So that trend stayed around for maybe 10 years. And then, well, late 90s, we started going back to a more moderate weighted instrument. What's better, light or heavy? Well, there's no answer to that. This is why this horn is so great, because it has elements of those designs of the heavier trumpets, but it has its own vibe. The tuning slide development is completely unique. It's not the ovated slide like you see on a Monet or like my Adams A1, for instance, which is a very completely different designed instrument. It has, check this out, I want to show you something. In addition to the valves, check out, you see that? Yamaha did that on a few of their horns as well, where it's just skeletonizing the inside of the valve block to reduce the weight. The adage of everything affects everything is true. There's also something really cool about this horn, and I don't think I'll be able to have you hear it on a recording, but I'm going to try today. This horn comes with two metal attachments. I don't know, I guess the best term is resonators. One's right here, and I'm going to try to zoom that in so you see that. And then the other one is right here. Again, I'm going to zoom that in. Oh. These attach to the horn right here. Oh, right there. So then you attach these, you screw them in. I tried them yesterday, and again, close up, and it kind of blew my mind. It was really amazing, the difference in the feeling and responsiveness. All right, that's a lot of talking. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about this horn. Let me play it for you. This mic is completely raw, unedited, so you'll hear my sound in a true state. Something I absolutely love in this horn is the connectivity of the note. Do you hear how it goes from note to note? It has such fluidity. It's just awesome. It really has everything you would want in a trumpet sound. The bell diameter isn't too large. It's a very traditional bell diameter, so you get good response behind the horn, and I think you have a much higher likelihood of a directional sound out in front of the hull. The problem we have with a lot of the modern larger belled trumpets with the 5.5 and larger diameters is that the sound shape spreads so much that you lack a clear, definitive sound out in the hall. Which is actually there's some nice things about that. If you're playing in a small club, you have that intimacy, but this horn sort of bridges the gap between both things, and I think you could pretty much play anything you would want on this trumpet. Now, if I put in like a lead mouthpiece, this is a little cold, and play. Check this out. Like I said, that mouthpiece is really cold. But I wanted to also play you a little bit. I'm going to play the same little Arbins thing without the addition and with the addition. This little, like I said, tonal resonator. So first we'll do Arbin. And by the way, this is just a 3C mouthpiece, in case you were wondering. It just has a heavy sleeve because it's acrylic. I know that's riveting. Sorry, I should have probably paused it and done a separate clip, but so that's all it does is it screws in. Let's hear what it sounds like. To be honest, it's a shocking difference when I play it. And personally, I don't enjoy it that much. But I think other people would like it because it tends to mellow out the sound and take a little bit of the high overtone off of the trumpet. I'm going to try that one more time with it off. I'll try to do a live stream, maybe even today with that demonstration. It's a little hard to take in and out without taking time, and unfortunately, sorry that you took that time to to do it. But thanks again for watching this video. I love this trumpet. That's why I'm so excited about it, and we're so happy to be official dealers. Thank you, Edwards and Getson, for the great products. I love my cornet, and I love the X-13. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button. If you made it this far, congratulations. We appreciate you. Take care and stay safe.